Hello, this is Harry Paden. I am the host of Paden's Pulpit. This is Season 2, Episode 45. Season 2, Episode 45. Today's subject, Black Cowboys. Black Cowboys. America has always written history to benefit those who write that history. So many subjects I've covered, I've given facts as I have found them out to be so that I can explode the myths. One of the myths is that there were no black cowboys. That's totally a myth. History proves that wrong. Do your research and, prove me wrong. You can't, because I know it's factual. There is a show currently on, I believe it's Prime Video, about a black cowboy by the name of Bass, B-A-S-S, Reeves, R-E-E-V-E-S. He was a legendary sheriff. He was a bad guy who was recruited to be a sheriff because he was just so good at what he did, and nobody could get these certain people. But it's on Prime. It's several episodes. Please watch it. But here's some of the facts that I will, in my book, Now You Tell Me, History/Facts Not Taught in Most Schools. Knowledge is power. Break the chains. So these are facts in my book. They're available. The book is available on Amazon. It contains various subjects where I explode myths given in your history class. But there is a lot of information on black cowboys out there, so you don't have to only read my book. This book gives a bibliography of all the books that I use to do my research. In this book you can find it. But not only were there black cowboys, there were black towns governed entirely by black people, black sheriffs, black law enforcement. The research that I've done revealed that one out of every three cowboys were black. And this is according to a 2011 NBC News report on black cowboys. And they estimated that up to 25% of the cowboys in the West were black, and some quite infamous. And they were. Conditions for the black cowboys was not always perfect, but you got to remember this time period they had a couple of choices: remain in slavery because slavery had kind of just supposedly come to an end, or explore the unexplored West, because the West, was golden in their hills, that kind of thing. And many blacks went for that freedom of getting out there, but they still experienced racism. Not as much, but still. Now, the term cowboy was used at first exclusively for black cowboys, because white people back then liked to use the term boy as if black males weren't men. So they called them cowboys. Hollywood grabbed it. Hollywood called it cowboys, and it's been cowboys ever since. But the derogatory term cowboys was used against blacks. Whites would be called cowhands, that kind of, grace it up, but they all did the same job. It's not glamorous work. It was tough. It was rough. They had to break the stock because there was a lot of horses out there that were wild and untamed. They tamed the horses, getting them ready to ride each morning, and, tending to the cows and other things, because this was a farming type age. So there were quite a few cowboys, but cowwomen also. There were some. Let me just give you some names, and you can do the research, or you can buy my book, and I've done the research. Jesse Stahl, Stall. He was a bronc rider. He rode the Bronx. But Bronco Sam, he claimed he could ride anything with hair. One day, someone dared him to ride one of those big bulls with the long horns, like in Texas, and he got on it and was riding it, and he was trying to buck him off, and finally, the bull ran through a glass window, but he stayed on it. Fact. It's legendary. Now, here's where I talk about the women. Stagecoach Mary Field, 6 foot tall and weighed 200 pounds. Under her apron, she wore a Wesson gun and a .38 Smith, and was known to take down anyone who attempted to trample her rights. Stagecoach Mary Fields. A couple, Daniel Wallace and his wife Laura Owen, they had a reputation of helping the natives. Henrietta Williams Foster, tougher than any man who crossed her path. And the final, again, watch Bass Reeves and you'll learn about another. The final one I'm going to highlight today is bulldogging Bill Pickett. He invented the sport of bulldogging. I've watched rodeo, and you see where riders get on the horse, and all of a sudden they take down a cow by the horns or the ears, or no, the neck. They grab it around the neck. That's right, now it's coming to me. That's called bulldogging. One day, he invented it because one day one of the cows was getting away. Got on his horse and rode after it. Can't grab a cow by the waist. He grabbed the cow by the head and did it. And all of a sudden it became a sport. So when you watch rodeo and you watch bulldogging, an important part of the rodeo, bulldogging Bill Pickett, a black man, invented that. Do your homework. Oh, I never did this before. Here's my clapboard. Do your homework. Watch Bass Reeves on Prime. I know you guys got Prime. Everybody has Amazon now. If you have Amazon, you should have Prime. If you don't, sorry. You can watch it on YouTube. There's episodes of it on YouTube. Do your homework. Knowledge is power. No one's going to give you this information. Well, Harry Paden is, but no one else. Black Cowboys. They do exist. They did exist. They did exist. To God be the glory. See now, wait a minute. If you don't want to watch it, I know some of y'all are set in your ways, and I don't want to watch nothing about no black people. Why I want to watch that? I want to watch Tyler Perry, and I want to watch who gets some. Okay, do that if you may. That's okay. It's a free country. But please, sir, please, ma'am, let your kids watch it so that they can grow up with some semblance of knowledge of themselves. To God be the glory.